How you doing, man? Good, good.
Who's that?
Some random guy.
Well, we're filming, and I can see you pulled out the pink today.
I did.
My boy pulled out that pink.
I did. Real men wear pink. Right?
They do. I think we have a lot to discuss today. What is the topic of today's conversation?
Today, Haig. Today, we're going to talk about being a man nobody can ignore. Rule number 1, wear pink.
Well, I'll say, if there's anyone more qualified to speak on the topic, it's you. You look fucking unignorable, man. That pink. My boy pulled out that pink.
You know what it is, man. You know what it is. You know, I'd say the first thing that comes to my mind, bro, is stop being so agreeable. It's the worst thing in the world. You know those people who just have no personality? You can't even conversate with someone who's agreeable all the time. You know what I'm talking about?
The yes men.
Yeah. Like, you say, hey, you know, Italy's my favorite country. And they're like, yeah, I agree. All right. There's no conversation. Like, what is actually your favorite country, bro? Is it Austria? Is it, where is it? You know?
Let's say I love Austria, right?
Yeah.
I love fucking schnitzels, bro.
Really? Actually, I think Italy's better because the cafe culture is better and Italian women are beautiful.
Damn. Actually, Austrian woman might be uglier than Italian woman. You might be fucking right.
Do you see how we're having a conversation, bro? Do you see how being agreeable just is disgusting? And I'm not saying disagree with people just for the sake of being a contrarian and just bullshitting 24/7. It's not what I'm saying. But if you truly believe in something, say it. Say it. Like, let's say you're on a date with a girl. You know, these 10 out of 10 beautiful women have men going on their knees for them. Every guy just agrees with whatever the fuck they say. Right?
Pretty much. Simps.
Yeah. Simps. If this bitch tells you, I love skydiving, like, it's my dream to skydive, and you fucking hate skydiving, what are you going to tell her? Most men would say, yeah, you know, I agree, skydiving is cool, I'd definitely do it. You're a loser. You're an idiot. You just ruined the conversation, because most men think if they agree with everything a girl says, they're going to get laid or some shit. That's far from the truth. Actually say your opinion. Say, I don't like skydiving. I think it's actually crazy. Why the fuck am I going to jump out the sky? I like Earth, man. I like Earth. Tease her for it. Do some shit. You see how conversations are just better when you're truly yourself and you're not agreeing with everything someone says? See, when I say be disagreeable, people think, oh, just argue with everyone. That's not what it means. All it means is be true to yourself, and if you have something to say, if you disagree with someone, say the reasons. Just exchange. Go back and forth. Give ideas. Conversate. People don't know how to conversate, bro. I think they're on their screens 24/7. That's what it is.
Absolutely. And to be honest, when someone genuinely changes my perspective, I have more respect for them. I don't know if you remember, we were at the cigar lounge and there was this guy, right?
Yeah.
And I was telling him about these particular cigarillos because we were looking for them. And he's like, you know what? They're not so great.
And you always mention that, bro. You always mention that.
Immediately, I had more respect for him because not only did he say they're not so great, he disagreed with me. This is earlier in our cigar journey, right? Yeah. He actually told me why this other cigarillo is better. And now I only smoke those cigarillos.
See, he's talking about one of our good friends when we first met him. And Haig was just like, yeah, you know, this is a good cigarillo. He's like, actually, it's not so great. And this is like one of the first times you met him in your life.
This is like the first 5 minutes I met him.
I mean, you told me that, and it stuck with you for this long. You're like, remember when he said that? It's just funny.
He's unignorable. I still remember it to this day.
100%.
He's a man nobody could ignore.
100%.
He's disagreeable.
Most people who always just agree, it's like, have you ever had a conversation with someone, bro, and maybe you talk to him for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, back in the days at work, you know, when we were working these 9-to-5s, when we were slaving away like losers, that's another subject. And you just have a conversation and you'd remember nothing about it. The conversation was just so stupid, you don't remember the guy after, right?
Yeah, because he's a dickhead.
Yeah, but then you have certain conversations that you just remember. Like, I'm sure everyone has had a conversation with someone, with some gentleman that just has aura. And they were saying certain things. They had so much things to talk about that they almost change your perspective on things, right? And then you leave the conversation and you're going on about your day, right? Let's say you're making a coffee, you're ironing your shirt, whatever the fuck. And you just think about that conversation randomly. You're like, he made some good points. You know what I'm talking about.
Well, those kind of gentlemen have broken the script. They've escaped the Truman Show. They disavowed the director's orders.
100%, man, 100%. So I'd say you have to not be agreeable. It's the worst thing you can be as a man, just agreeing with everyone, having no personality, no character, no voice of your own.
Absolutely. And I'll say one more thing before we close this section off, is God save our editor. There's so much wind, and the sun is coming and going every fucking second.
Yeah, this is fucked up, man, but
we're getting it done. We're working.
And I'm wearing this weird little Pomeranian.
No, I'm such a good cameraman, it's not showing.
Oh, damn it. Why'd I mention it then? Oh! Whoa, buddy!
Okay, next topic.
All right.
Boom. Shabam.
What's the second thing, dickhead?
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Well, I'll tell him the second thing right now. The second thing is to create a unique aesthetic. Why is it important?
Well, it's important because that's the first thing people fucking see. People say don't judge a book by its cover, man, but that's bullshit.
We do. Everyone is a judgmental. That is the reality of life.
Why does that phrase even exist?
Every phrase like that exists that could be like seen as harsh, anything that's a stereotype, mostly is all true. We all know that shit.
100%.
So if, let's say, my brother and I finish filming this video and we want to go for a cigar, as we're on the way to the cigar lounge or wherever, we're going to see some dickhead on the street wearing a red shirt, faded from 10 years ago. His mom bought it for him when he was in high school. Also, what are they wearing as well, besides that red shirt?
Fucked up cargo shorts.
Fucked up cargo shorts. I don't know what the fuck they put in the pockets. Maybe some candy.
It's always full with some shit. It's always full.
Yeah. It's always full. And like to top it off, what's the last thing they wear?
Flip-flops. They just look fucking sticky, man.
They look sticky,
Stains
man.
on their shirts.
And if they're really feeling themselves that day, a fucking backpack, like a dork, like a geek.
Typical, those fat Americans.
Like the fat Americans. No disrespect, we're both Americans, but we know how they are.
We're cool Americans.
They had no respect for the aesthetic. They had no respect for the establishment. 100%. And I'll tell you something about these kinds of people, the ones that are wearing the cargo shorts, the red shirt, is that Don and I, when we see these kinds of people, we do not respect them. It may sound kind of harsh. We have actually a great amount of disrespect. Disdain for that kind of person. Because he has no respect for the ambiance. And he also is missing a key important word of this video is presentation. He doesn't care about his presentation. If I look even closer and examine him, he's unshaved, a bunch of shitty hairs all over his face. He's not combing his hair. Unrespectable. Why would I respect that kind of person? You look like a plain Jane, ordinary John Doe. So I'm going to tell you. I'll ask my brother, what is our aesthetic, bro? What do they know us for?
Class. Pure class.
Pure class.
Rugged class.
Rugged class. We're wearing suits. We're into European architecture. We're bouncing countries in Europe, drinking espresso, smoking cigars.
Only the finest.
Only the finest. We're wheeler dealing, suit wearing.
Limousine riding.
Limousine riding.
Woo!
Shout out Ric Flair.
Shout out
That
Rick.
is our aesthetic. And because we have that aesthetic, we seem to attract certain kinds of people into our lives. Whether it's men, whether it's women. I'll give you a story. Remember we were at the cigar lounge talking to that fucking dickhead about business?
I do.
Press it again?
Yeah.
This dickhead accidentally stopped recording, so we gotta re-roll.
My bad.
So yeah, I think we left off at the cigar lounge story.
Yeah, the dickhead.
We're talking to this dickhead about business. I see some guy across the table, and out of the corner of my eye, I just see him and I notice him. And he was like well built. I could tell he hit the gym. He was smoking a fine cigar. He had his girl with him. And I noticed him, right? But he overheard us 5 minutes later talking about business. And he actually came and started talking to us. We talked for like 2-3 minutes, exchanged IGs. Later that week, he invited me to the cigar lounge again just to talk about business. And fast forward 1.5 years later, we're very close friends. I even attended his wedding. We made a fuck ton of money together. Am I right or wrong?
You're 100% right.
And the reason why that happened is because he noticed me, and we both did online business. He noticed that I was jacked. He was jacked. We're the same kind of person. We smoke cigars. We're in a cigar lounge. Of course, we love cigars.
You weren't some emo dork.
Yeah, if I was the emo dork, he probably wouldn't have came and talked to me, because why the hell would he want to talk to an emo dork? We're basically overall the same kinds of people. We're into the same things. Of course he's going to come talk to me. Of course it's going to be a fruitful relationship. Am I right or wrong?
You attract who you are, man.
You attract who you are. The same thing with women. Let's say if you look at my nice, merino knit sweater right now, if I walk down the street wearing this, looking all classy, with my hair done this way, I should comb my hair unlike fucking Doug in the red shirt, right? If I walk down the street and I see a beautiful woman that looks like she just came from Paris wearing a nice elegant outfit, it's going to be attractive to her, right? Because it's a nice outfit. But if I'm wearing the Jordan 15s or whatever the fuck, if I'm wearing the streetwear, all that bullshit, I look like a little kid. She's not going to be attracted to that kind of person. Maybe if she was wearing like Jordans already, she'd be attracted to a guy that wears Jordans, but you're going to attract whatever the hell you are. Whoever you are as a person is who you're going to attract.
True. But can I say something, bro?
Let's hear it.
I'd argue that if you're a man who dresses classy, and you have that European aesthetic, that you will attract more women no matter what. Even the skater girls, the emo girls, like I've had experience, bro. I've had many types of women attracted to me, and you know how I dress.
100%.
Bro, I had an emo girl hitting on me. Emo. She was not my type. I probably felt like I wasn't her type, but they can all appreciate a nice, clean, classy look. Every woman can.
Well, if you're a fucking handsome chap, well dressed, you're gonna attract the most amount of quality people, right or wrong.
100%.
So I'll leave it at this. Basically, my brother and I, we're always well dressed. We're the fucking shit. You should most likely dress in that kind of fashion, because you're gonna be attracted to the most amount of people compared to if you were a punk rocker or a biker.
You gotta grow up.
I'm done. I'll leave it at that. Just dress nice. You can just look at us and basically copy the way we dress, and you'll always look nice.
Yeah, and to the people that say, oh, but that's not being myself, grow the fuck up. Trust me, we wore Jordans too. We dressed like shit before.
We always wore when we were like fucking 14, 15, 16, we wore streetwear, Jordan 4s. When we started getting off that, threw that shit away and started dressing respectable, our life changed. We moved out of the fucking States. We were in the same zip code for our whole fucking lives. And we finally explored the world, made a fuck ton of money, made good friends, started going out with nice women because we started respecting ourselves and other people started respecting us.
How you do one thing is how you do everything. You're showing God that you want a different life by changing.
There's nothing more to say. I'm fucking done. That's it. My dear brother. After they stop being a dickhead yes man and they stop dressing like shit and have some sort of aesthetic, what is the final thing they must do to be noticeable like you in the pink?
I would say this is probably one of the most important things, and it's be adventurous. Stop being an idle son of a bitch. You think men used to sit in boxes like they do today? I'm going to tell you the life of an average man. They go clock into their 9 to 5. Their boss, Jeff, tells them when they could piss and when they could take their lunch. After that, they go to their lunch, eat their stupid little sandwich that their wife couldn't even cook for them. Their wife didn't make their lunch. They made it. And then they go back home. They watch their Netflix show. They rot in their bed that they haven't watched for God knows how long.
Sad.
They do it over again and over again again.
Just so we can give them context, right? Let's say you're my boss, another man, right? You're my boss.
Oh,
my name is Doug, wearing a red shirt and cargo shorts, right? I need to go pee-pee. Can I go pee-pee?
No.
This is how you guys live.
The thing is, though, how does it not bother them? Because first things first, if you want to be adventurous, you can't do it without leaving your 9 to 5. You have to start your own business. You have to have location freedom and time freedom. Because what are you going to do? Barely make money and then plan a vacation once a year? No. You have your own business, and then you could be adventurous.
And do you agree or disagree, right? Is if you have that one vacation a year, right? For a week, you take your time off, you buy the tickets, you do the shit, and you come back from the vacation, right? It's going to be the most miserable.
It's going to sting, man.
It's going to sting until next year.
But that doesn't give you enough time. Going on a vacation once a year doesn't give you time to be adventurous. By being adventurous, I mean, bro, you know what we did? Remember when we first started making money online?
4 months.
We literally left our place, our shitty apartment, and first of all, we had a car we were paying for, and it was expensive as fuck. It was a really nice, fast car. We literally left it in the States.
We gave our dad the keys. We literally gave our dad the keys to the car.
We traveled without a home. Airbnb after Airbnb. This is life. This is how you become interesting. You think when you're on a date with a bitch, you're going to sit down and say, yeah, you know, my boss, Jeff, let me take an extra 5-minute lunch break today. It was so nice. She's going to dry up. Instead, let's say you're conversating and she says, oh, you know, I've always wanted to go to Japan. You know what you say? You pull your fucking bond card out. And you say, oh, the sake, they drink it at this temperature. You know, but no, this is the truth. You should know everything. You should literally know everything about Japan. You should be like, oh yeah, in Japan, they drink this, they eat this. I've been to this restaurant in Japan. This is the best one. My favorite city is here. This is interesting.
Bro, they'll probably think you're joking or I'm lying or some shit. Do you not know the best restaurants in every fucking city in Italy?
I do, because I love Italy. It's my favorite country. I know more than the locals, than all the girls I've dated in Italy. They were so surprised at how I know shit that they didn't know. I would say, oh, this restaurant's the best. Have you been there? They're like, no, I've never heard of it. I'm like, you don't know about this restaurant?
When we were in Rome, right?
Yeah.
We were doing Trevi game. They probably don't know what that is. We were just hanging around.
They're not even ready for Trevi game.
They're not ready.
Yeah, bro.
But basically, some girl said, oh, like some girls saw us, and then she said, oh, my friend thinks you're so pretty. And then Dawn went on a date with the girl, right?
So handsome.
So handsome. Right. Dawn went on a date, and she took this girl to this pasta place she didn't even know existed.
That's the thing. Being adventurous not only helps you and your personality, not only are you a happier man, but it makes you more interesting. You have more shit to talk about. You have more stories. When you're on a date, you can just talk about all this shit. The girl's eyes will light up because she's going to think, wow, this man is worth my time. He's interesting. He's cool to be around. He's done shit. But if you have been in the same city that you were born in your whole entire life, and you're getting fucked in that city, you're going to die in that city, what is there to you as a man? You're neutered. You think when you have a child, when you have a kid, he wants to look at his father and say, that's my dad. He was born in this town. He worked in this town, and he's going to die in this town. No, that's some loser shit. Get out, explore the world. You see, bro, humans, men, back in the day, they were warriors, right?
They were.
What would they do?
They would fucking throw a javelin through another man's chest, conquer land. They would go out in the fucking boat.
Exactly. They were adventurous. They traveled. They would leave their fucking families and go across the sea before planes even existed, before all this comfort was here, and they'd go fucking conquer. This is what's missing. I'm not saying right now we have to be fucking Vikings. That's not what I'm saying, but all I'm saying is, can't we just be a little bit more adventurous as men? Like, why do most men accept this shit? I think it's because they have low T, bro.
Low T for sure.
Low T for sure, because if you have a lot of testosterone in your system, there's no way you're going to be okay with fucking a shitty, your boss named Jeff telling you what to do and living the same day over and over again. There's no way. I think you have to fucking have some high testosterone, work out, do some shit. And
take the candy out of your fucking cargo shorts.
Take the candy out of your cargo shorts, man. You need to be adventurous as a man. That is a non-negotiable. We admire adventurous men. Why is James Bond such a big figure amongst men? Why? Every man looks at James Bond like, that's the man I want to be. He's like the dream for everyone. Every man aspires to be him because he's perfect, right? He can't do no wrong. He's adventurous. James Bond is in a different country every fucking day. He doesn't sit down in his office and jerk off, right?
No way.
No, he's doing shit. He's seen it all. He's eaten all the types of food. He slept with every woman from every country.
He's jizzing in bitches in new countries.
You know what's sad, bro? You know how American men fantasize about women from different countries, like women with accents and shit like that?
We fucking live it.
It's sad how no one can experience it. It's sad how they can't go out with women from different cultures and just...
And even if they saw that woman, they would be too pussy to go approach them and talk to them.
That's why they're all going to fucking Colombia and the cartels are fucking killing them. People need to live life, man. People need to live life.
Actually, no, they're getting robbed by the bitches. Not by the cartels. Yeah, they get robbed.
Yeah.
They get drugged. It's the other way around.
Listen, I would say that if you're not adventurous as a man, and you just haven't done anything, you don't have any experience, you can easily get taken advantage of. That's why all these simps exist, bro. That's why all these simps exist. You tell me. Because they haven't done shit. They haven't been on dates with women. They haven't seen life. They haven't been to different countries. So they just find one girl and they're like, oh, I finally got her. This is all I can get.
Hear me out, bro. Hear me out.
Tell me.
I think they have a place in the world because when a man like James Bond pumps and dumps a bitch, someone needs to look after that girl for the rest of her life.
That's true, man. The loser simp. The beta male. The beta male provider has to look over these bitches. But yeah.
I think we gave them a very clear explanation of how to be a man no one could ignore.
100%, man. Listen, I'm going to leave it on this last note. You think a guy who just traveled all over the world, country to country, slept with different women, is cultured, you know? He knows about shit. When he's talking, he knows about the drinks a certain country drinks, he just knows shit, you know? He knows the foods they eat, all the little intricacies. That guy is just fulfilled. He's happy. He's comfortable in his own skin because he's just seen so much. Nothing really gets to him anymore, you know? He sees a 10 out of 10 girl. It's just normal. It's a normal day. Unfazed, normal. And I think every man needs to be adventurous so they could get to that point.
Amen.
Quit your 9 to 5, fellas.
Break the script.
Break the script.